Hey, what's up, coach? I don't know about you, but I used to run into this problem pretty frequently, and even helping other coaches try and get better clients, right? Like, just getting clients is one thing, but getting better clients, like they're better aligned, they're a better fit, you enjoy working with them more. That's like a whole nother thing. And there's something that I realized actually not that long ago that really put something practical into play when it comes to how to actually get better clients and even also how to get clients in general. And so if you're in a place where you're struggling to get clients or you're struggling to get the right clients, this is going to be something that's really practical for you. It has helped me a ton in getting the right fit people in the doors. And so, not that long ago, my wife and I started experiencing something with our 5 year old and our 3 year old where they were just interrupting a lot more. Like we were trying to have a conversation over lunch and they're interrupting and coming in. Or just not even listening that well. And most people put this off as like they're just kids being kids. But one of my beliefs as a Christian parent is that we're supposed to raise our children up in the way that they should go so that when they're old, they won't depart from it, right? We're supposed to teach them. And at the same time, we're not supposed to be like overbearing and just exhaustive towards them. And so my wife and I are talking, we're trying to figure out like how do you do this? How do you teach that? And we have been struggling with the problem for a while. And one night I was having this conversation with my daughter, and I don't remember all the details of it, but she stopped in the middle of it and she's like, Dad, I just feel like you interrupt me all the time. Like you don't hear what I actually have to say. And I just stopped and paused and was like, hmm, that's really interesting. Now, sometimes kids say stuff that they don't really understand. Maybe they're just copying things that they've heard, right? And so, it would be easy to have written that off and just been like, oh, you're just saying that I'm interrupting all the time because that's something that I'm saying to you as I'm trying to teach you this thing. And instead of just writing it off, I decided, you know what? Maybe there's something to this. Like maybe I'm mirroring it wrong for her. Like maybe her behavior is literally just a mirror of what I'm doing, how I'm acting, and the person that I am. And there's this Bible verse that comes to mind. I don't even remember the exact verse, but it talks about like before you address the thorn in the other person's eye, take the plank out of your own eye so that you can see well and you can actually help them, right? And so the idea behind that is if there's something about somebody else that's bothering you or it's a problem that needs to be addressed, one of the first places that you should look at is yourself. Because if you've got something that's blinding you, like it's partially blinding your vision, you may not be able to see as well to help that other person be able to get that thorn out of their eye, right? Maybe there's something that's blocking you. And so I had this thought, well, maybe she's just mirroring me, right? And she is just a kid, so she's not perfect. But my wife and I have started to make a little bit of progress on this because we focused more on ourselves and trying to model that better. And the whole thought is, if we model it for her, what it looks like to be patient, to wait your turn, to listen, to not interrupt, then maybe she'll start to pick up on that. Because really, like that's how kids learn. They see what other people are doing and they tend to copy it, especially in those early years. And so the reason I'm sharing this with you is I have found that this exact same concept applies to both getting clients in general and then also getting the right clients. And so here's kind of how I've seen it play out. So one of the best questions that you can ask if you're struggling to get clients or you're struggling to get the right clients is what type of client am I? Like if you're struggling, if the people who are coming into your world, you're having some conversations about whatever coaching service it is that you offer, and you got people who are really indecisive. They just can't make up their mind. They don't know if it's the right fit. Maybe they're super skeptical. They're like, like, show me more proof, or, whatever. Um, or maybe you've got clients that are coming in the door that they're actually signing up to work with you, but the experience is just awful. Like, they're putting all the pressure on you to deliver. They're not taking ownership for their own actions and the outcomes. Maybe they're like, if you've got a group coaching program, they're just kind of ruining the culture of the whole thing, right? There's so many different problems that you can experience. One of the best places that you can look is yourself. What type of client are you? Are they just mirroring something that's in you? Or maybe not even what type of client are you, but are you a client? Like, if you're having trouble getting clients in the door, well, are you a client? Are you working with a coach? Are you working with a mentor? What did the process look like? If you are, what did the process look like of signing up to work with that person? Was it a really easy, quick decision? Did you mull it over for weeks or months or whatever? Like, how long did you follow this person before you decided to invest in them? What did that process look like? Because what I've come to find is that the way that we behave is often mirrored back to us through other people. Not always, definitely not always, but sometimes it is, and often it is. And so I'll give you one really practical example of this. Not that long ago, I decided to make a pretty significant investment in my business working with a coach. And one of the things I decided to do is I recognized and realized that this is actually a thing. It's not just a theory. This idea that um, the issues that you see in other people often are the same exact issues that you yourself have, and that's why you're hyper aware of it. And so because I knew that, I'm like, okay, when I make this investment, I'm going to invest all up front. I'm not going to do a payment plan. I'm just going to buy it. I'm going to commit fully. I'm going to take responsibility for my own actions and the results that come from it. I'm literally like, think about it this way. There's the golden rule in the Bible. Jesus says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And so you can apply that in so many different ways in your life. But what if you applied it to being a client, right? What if you said, if I want clients to do this for me, or I want this type of client, I should do that for them, right? Or I should do that for the coach that I'm going to hire. And so I thought, I want to try and model the experience that I would love to have with every client that's coming in, right? And so I didn't ask a whole lot of questions about the investment. I got all the information that I needed. I was very clear. I made a decision quickly because I felt like I was in alignment with the coach and the process that they taught and the actual product, the offer that they were selling. And so I just said yes. And I went in and I took ownership for my actions. I started working. I showed up to stuff. I did everything that I would want a client of mine to do. And funny enough, I started getting more people to work with who were just like that. Great clients that I love spending time with. I love working with. They're taking ownership for the situations and stuff that's coming up in their lives. And I'm seeing this literally unfold because I learned from from trying to raise kids, right? That a lot of times the things that you see in other people are just mirrors. It's just a mirror of who you are yourself and the things that you do. Again, not always, but a lot of the time. And what you need to do is first address the plank in your own eye before you can help somebody else do it in theirs. The other piece to this that I think really is really helpful for me at least is when you address that plank in your own eye, right? You become not only more more able to help other people see those same issues, like your ability to actually see clearly improves, but also because you've been there, you have this sense of awareness, this sense of empathy. You can say like, listen, I've been exactly where you are right now. I know that this is an investment. I know that you're going to have to commit some time and energy. Like, I know what it's like to be able to experience those things. And because you have that real life lived experience of working through some of those things, you can relate with them a lot better. They're going to feel seen, they're going to feel known, valued, understood, and loved throughout that whole process. And so it's kind of twofold, right? You're able to see more clearly and you're able to empathize with them because you dealt with your own issues that you have so that you can help others with what they have. So again, if you're struggling to get clients at all, are you a client? Are you working with a coach? Are you working with a mentor? Right? What does that buying experience look like when you're considering investing in something? What does that decision making process look like? Does it look like how you'd want somebody to buy from you or not? Right? It's just an honest question that you can ask yourself. And then if you're struggling to get the right clients, the ones that you love, that you actually get energy from, that you could get to the end of the day and you see this, a message from this client come through and you're not like, oh my gosh, I have to respond to this person now, but you're like, oh man, it's that person. Like, yes, absolutely. I would love to respond to that, right? If you're struggling to get clients that you love, look at yourself as a client. Are you being a client that you would love to work with? And once you're able to really apply that golden rule and you start doing unto others as you would have them do to you, you be the client that you wish you had, you will likely see that the people who start to come to you are mirrors of the client that you are. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Again, it's not something that's like super practical, right? It's not this tactical thing that you can just go and apply this, 5-step process. But I promise you that when you start to work on yourself first, you will see that reflective in the people that start to come forward to work with you, and you'll just find a lot more joy, a lot more peace, a lot more profit in your coaching business. And I hope it plays out that way for you because I truly believe that this is the way to get better and more clients.